Hello, my darlings. So for Tuesday, we're beginning our outline for our CFA 4.2. So go ahead and click into the activity for me. Click on this, and it should force you to make a copy to your drive, and you should be looking at something like this. Okay, so this is our outline for our second CFA 2, our second paragraph that we are writing over the Great Gatsby. And as a reminder, my loves, that first CFA that we did, that first paragraph, you're going to be building on it with this. So the first paragraph was all they say. It was all about what the article that you found about in your research about pursuing the American dream and whether or not it corrupts a person. Remember, you got to choose. That American dream could have been about wealth, status, education, or consumerism. You found an article and you did the they say part. Now it's the I say part. So you're going to be responding to that article with your opinions, okay? You want to start in this first box as a reminder for yourself. This is that should be the last sentence of your first paragraph of that CFA 4.1 paragraph that we did. As a reminder, my loves, I told you all of this is going to be building on each other, and then we'll be putting all of it together and writing an additional paragraph from Fitzgerald's character point of view in response to this for our summative, for our test grade. Okay, so all you have to do for this first one is just copy and paste that last sentence from your CFA 4.1 into here. It's going to be a reminder of what you're arguing, and why in terms of the I say part to their they say part to what the article said, okay? So just like I did for the first one, I've given you little sentence structures that you could be using here. So, that you can use to structure your response that you're going to write in the boxes below. After you go through and you do all of your sentences, then this will end up becoming your final submission for the CFA 4.2 that will turn in on Friday, okay? So the first response is about providing your argument for why you think the author is right or wrong. That's back up here to this. In conclusion, their belief is that. Now you're going to be like, your argument for why you think that they are right or wrong about whatever their belief was in that article in terms of the American dream corrupting a person. So that's that sentence response there. Then you can say something to the effect of, more specifically, I find that, and here's where you're going to provide your reasoning for why you think the author is right or wrong, okay? Then here you have, for example, and then you're going to quote a different piece of text evidence from that article that you haven't used yet to further prove your argument and your reasoning. Make sure that you put it inside of quotation marks. And then also, my loves, I went ahead and showed you how you would need to do that parenthetical citation. So you'd be putting the last name of the author in there. If your article didn't have an author name, then this would be the article title that goes in there, okay? Inside the parentheses, that final punctuation goes on the outside. Sentence 4 is all about although, okay, so this is going to have your counterclaim. So although my author might object that, and then you'll provide, or somebody, if you agree with your author, might object that, and then you'll provide your counterclaim to your argument. I maintain, and then you're going to restate your argument that you had up here, okay, about the author being right or wrong. That'll be this sentence here, okay? Then the last one that you have is, therefore, I conclude, restate your reasoning for why you think that the author is right or wrong that you provided in sentence 1 there, and you are finished with your outline, my loves. Let me know if you've got any questions.